What's going on, everybody? Good morning. We have made it to Sunday, and more interestingly, we have made it to the month of September. It is a new month, the 1st of September, 2024, and you guys know that I like to take one video at the start of every month to talk about the month that the channel has just had, as well as the month that we hope to have going forward. So, it is September 1st. Let's talk about August, and then we'll talk about the September that we hope to have. And also, I want to express my gratitude, as always, for everybody who helped get the channel to where it is right now, because ultimately we're talking about people watching the videos, we're talking about people subscribing to the channel, we're talking about people participating in the channel as well. So, let's talk about August. August, obviously, the first really active month of the year after the off season. Once you get through the draft and the initial post-draft hype, things really slow down. June and July tend to be very slow months. July, you've got like that last week where training camp starts, and you've got some stuff to get into on a daily basis, but for the most part, you're just waiting for stuff to happen in those 2 months. And unless you're a team that has a lot of off-season drama, you're going to be waiting a lot. There are going to be some days where there's nothing to get into. There's going to be some days where there's very little to get into. But August, you go into August, you've got training camp underway. You've got practices several times a week. You've got the 3 preseason games. And you've got constant new information. You've got reports from practice. You've got injury updates. You have information pertaining to before and after preseason games. You've got all kinds of stuff coming from the coaching staff. You've got all kinds of stuff coming from the team. So there's a consistent flow of information, so you can consistently make videos on meaningful, actual happenings of the team, rather than just speculating, rather than just guessing, rather than finding ways to put together videos on the team. The team just kind of gives you ways to make videos on the team. So, made plenty of videos on the 3 preseason games, made a bunch of videos on all the practice sessions we had during the month. Started opening things up on draft content in the 2025 draft, some college football stuff, because we're looking at the prospects for the 2025 draft now. And that's how you fill out a full month of content. Probably, if you count the videos, the shorts, and the live streams, probably had over 100 pieces of content posted this month. So that was great. And things were definitely on the uptick compared to previous months. We got close to, I don't think we quite got to, but we got relatively close to 500,000 views on the month. Watch time was up. Subscribers definitely went up as well. So very successful month here on the channel, talking about all kinds of different things, talking about the Huskies a little bit. Now they've gotten underway. College football is underway for, I think, pretty much every team at this point. I think a couple teams are going today or tomorrow. But college football is now well underway. There's going to be a little bit of content about them as well. Obviously, kind of come off the Mariners because there's not a lot fun going on over there right now. But did make a couple videos about them in the month of August. And overall, I mean, it feels very liberating to actually have consistent information coming from the team. So the subscriber goal, we didn't quite hit it. I put it at 18,000, which was bold, which was optimistic. And I think I kind of underestimated how people get bored of the preseason a little quicker, because that first game, everybody was locked in. Everyone was really excited. Everyone really wanted to know what was up. So there was a ton of intrigue around the team at that point in time. Things were blowing up. And after that first preseason game, people kind of wanted it to be over. They wanted the real games to start. So you see things trail off a little bit with those last 2 games. So it didn't quite go the way I was thinking it could in the best case scenario. We ended up at 17,910. So we fell 90 short, which, I mean, we did fall short, but I think it's important to stress that given the fact that the preseason quickly lost its luster and we now just want to see the team play real games, it's totally understandable, and we still did great. We gained over 300 subs on the month, and everything was up. Like I said, watch time, views, subs over the last few months were very, very slow in growth because there just wasn't a lot going on. But over 300 in a month where the team isn't even playing real games yet, yeah, that's some winning stuff right there. So thank you to everybody who subbed up in the last 31 days. Definitely appreciated. And even though we didn't quite hit the goal, we will be hitting that 18,000 milestone soon. And I still think 20,000 subs by the end of the regular season is reasonable as long as we have an interesting season. So hopefully we can get there. I set the members goal at like 130. We got to 125, so just a little bit short, but we definitely moved up. You always drop a good chunk of members after June and July pass through. So it was good to get back up to about 125. We're going to continue to try to build up as the season goes on. And yeah, that was August. Good month. Had fun. I think it was a lot better than the previous months, and I can't wait for the games to actually start to mean something. So September speaks for itself. This first week is going to mostly be about setting things up. I want to establish what you can expect on this channel on a weekly basis. After every Seahawks game, what's the content that you can expect to see in terms of reliable weekly data? And if you've been following the channel long enough, you know the weekly videos I make. There isn't going to be much of a deviation from that this year, but I am going to make some additions. I am going to do some things a little bit differently. So this next week, I'm going to take to kind of establish what you can expect to see on the channel after every Seahawks game. And you're going to be getting daily videos on various Seahawks topics like that. You're going to be getting a bunch of injury update videos. I'm probably going to do 3 to 4 injury update videos a week because that's very important and we constantly get new information about that. You're going to, of course, get pregame and postgame streams. You're going to get pregame and postgame videos. You're going to get the Hawks Nest collaboration videos every week, of course. So it adds up real quickly. And I'm going to say it now, not that this is anything different from how it was last year, really, but the goal is to find at least 4 good videos to make every single day, or at least every single weekday on this channel. So this first week might be a little bit slower because we don't have a game to talk about yet. We haven't started playing, and not much is going to change from last week because we haven't played, but we are going to, once we get going, just go all out here, and I'm going to cover it from every angle that I can. I'm going to break down everything that I can. I'm going to do the best job that I can to discuss this team over the next 4 months. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of work. But hopefully, I'm able to provide an interesting angle on this stuff. And once the games start, yeah, you are probably looking at around 4, maybe 5, maybe even sometimes 6 videos a day. During the weekdays, I'm going to be trying to attack things from enough angles to get there. But they got to be 4 to 5 good videos a day. I don't want to start making videos on random gossip that doesn't have a lot of substance to it, or random rumors that have no real factual basis in them unless I'm getting bombarded with people asking me about it, I guess. So it's definitely going to be a balancing act there, and it's one that I'm excited to try to take on. So that's what September is going to look like. We're going to get these first few games out, and then we're going to see what the team looks like. Sub goal is probably going to be something like 18,400. I think that's reasonable given the fact that the regular season's about to start. Members goal probably like 140. Let's get back up to 140. We've been there before. And yeah, that's September. Outside of YouTube, of course, we still have Twitch. August was a pretty fun month. We did a little bit of the Power Wash Simulator new DLC. There's constantly new stuff being released in that game, so that's always good for a couple of streams every couple of months. We did a little bit of that in the month of August. Started Demon Souls. I'm still not too far into it or anything, but we've gotten a little bit into it. I've been messing around a little bit on some shorter games. Battlefield 1, Resident Evil 2 Remake, finally got to that. Was going to do the Resident Evil 3 Remake, but it does not run well on PC, so I'm going to have to get that on console. Messing around on Airline Tycoon Deluxe, which is obviously not the most compelling game in the world. It plays like a Flash game almost, but I actually like it. I find it relaxing, and I'm going to go ahead and power through the scenarios there. And started a playthrough, a co-op playthrough of Dead Rising 2 over there that we're going to finish up in the early days of September, in all likelihood. So that's been fun. That's kind of getting excited for the remaster that they're doing of Dead Rising 1 later this year. So that is most of what happened over on the Twitch in the month of August. I think we did our Akira watch along over there, if I recall correctly. I think we did Akira in the month of August. So, yeah, now that football started, I don't know how much time I'll have to spend over there, but I'm going to try to spend as much time as I can over there playing stuff. We're going to continue with Demon Souls. We're going to get through Dead Rising 2. We're going to get through Airline Tycoon Simulator. And we're going to open up on some new stuff. I kind of want to do Star Wars Jedi Academy, because I did Jedi Outcast not that long ago, and I've never played through Jedi Academy, so that'll be a new experience for me. We can play an actually good Star Wars game. And I thought about doing some humongous entertainment games on stream just as kind of a joke, just as for fun. We're getting back into sports now anyway with all the football stuff, so it might be fun to do some humongous, like, backyard football, backyard baseball stuff. That kind of stuff tends to be in vogue on YouTube right now and Twitch because of the announcement that they're rebooting that series. And I think that's most of the really interesting stuff going on right now over there. I think that we are getting the Aegis episode of the Persona 3 released. I don't think it's this month. I think it's next month, but we will get to that basically as soon as it comes out. There are a couple games that have been out for a little bit now that I want to play. Maybe I'll be able to get to them in September. I don't know, like Wukong. People really like that game. So that might be a game that I pick up and try. But as you can see, I'm being pulled in a lot of different directions there. Only have so much time to play games, so we will see what we land on. And yeah, Twitter, still over on Twitter, still posting over there, still trying to use Twitter the best that I can. I think Twitter is going to be a really good tool to use on game days during games, because I don't live stream Seahawks games very much. I do the Huskies games, but not the Seahawks games. So I might try to adopt a little bit of a flow where I start using my X account to post updates about how I feel things are going in the Seahawks game. And that'll be kind of like in lieu of me live streaming the actual game. So if you're not already following me on Twitter, follow me over there. And yeah, that's basically what's going on right now. That's the status of the channel. I am happy. Good to see things pick back up after a slow couple of months. And we'll 20,000 by the end of the season is the goal. In order to do that, the team is probably going to have to help me out by being pretty darn good, and we're going to have to be consistently interesting. But I believe that we can do it. We're going to have to get about 500 subs a month. It's doable. I'm going to put out the content. Just need it to resonate with the right number of people. All right, so thank you once again to anybody who watched, subbed, commented, or did anything on this channel over the last month to help us get here. So 20,000 by the end of the regular season is the goal, and it starts with having a big September. So Seahawks, I need your help. Make it a big September for me by making it a big September for you. And it'll be a big September for all of us then, right? Because if you're here, you're probably a Seahawks fan. All right, so everyone buckle in for a really fun September. Going to attack things from so many different angles and just see how things go. It's a new era. I think people are really intrigued about the new era of Seahawks football. But personally, I just hope it ends up resulting in something good enough to hold people's interest right now. All right, go Hawks. See you guys. Maybe another video later today, but I might take the rest of the day off from YouTube stuff and just set up for the rest of the week because there's so much stuff to get into there. Peace.